me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the believer.
Is that a weird planchette on your blanket rack? It looks like it has eyeballs.
It is an owl made by my child when they were in 4th grade.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to search for an owl.
It's like
I'm not
folded over.
Listen, it's fine.
Listen, if
It
you
looks a lot like a planchette.
if you could see that one, but it's folded over the other way that my other child made,
Oh.
you would notice. You would see it now.
Oh, okay.
But one of them is just more
Abstract. Abstract. Yes, art teacher. That's the word.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Okay. Well, I may or may not post a picture of it.
okay.
Very
think it's
planchette-like.
It does look a little like a planchette with eyes.
Yep. Kind of cute.
But because I'm afraid of them, it's an owl.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
In
Love it.
fact, that child would probably be honored that you thought it was a planchette.
That's true.
So
That is true. That is your very spiritual.
that's right.
Yes.
At first, before we do anything else, I need to know, has anyone slid into your DM other than Melissa?
Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody guessed it right?
No. But
I want to know
No,
some of the
so-
guesses.
yeah, if you're just tuning in, last week, Aaron brought up the fact that Jack and I take awkward family photos, and we gave some clues. I think I was camouflaged. Jack was a very recognizable character.
Yeah.
While no one has gotten it right, they keep guessing things that I wish it were. Like, I thought we had a good thing going, and then I'm reading some of these guesses, and I'm like, oh, now that would have been hilarious. I could have done that one.
Yeah, Melissa slid into both of our DMs, so I
Yeah.
saw that one, and that should definitely be one someday.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't even want to say what they are. Like,
Oh, okay.
Angie's was a great one that I was like, I could put that in the bank for sure.
Oh man, I really want to know, but
know.
don't tell me on here. Tell me
I won't tell you
afterwards.
on here in case we could do this all over again. And then only Angie can guess. And I will definitely send Angie a card if I end up using
Oh,
her
that's
idea.
good. Send a card to anybody who used their idea.
If I use their idea, they get a card.
Perfect.
Oh, that could be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Send me an idea for awkward family photos. Too funny. Yeah, but no, not yet. No one's guessed it yet.
Okay, very cool. Well, I don't have any contests or weird things like this to
Mhm.
give you updates on.
Okay.
Although, if you're listening today, the day it comes out, you have 3 days to join our Patreon before the window
Yeah.
closes in order to get
those
the earrings. Getting the chance to win the earrings. We're
Yeah,
not
if
giving
you
them.
don't join, you have no chance.
Yeah, your chance is
Zero.
0. It's like
Mhm.
that beautiful old wise tale about the man who's like, I just want to win the lottery.
Yeah.
And then God finally said,
He
then
had to buy a ticket.
You got it. You got to put in some effort.
Yeah.
So anyways, I do have some updates. Remember when somebody tried to take me by
What?
by putting a note on my car and I thought I was being kidnapped?
Oh, yes, but really they're just calling you an asshole?
Yeah.
Okay,
A dash hole.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think older people in general are out to get me right now. I almost got taken again.
Oh, my goodness. I love how when you almost get taken, it's just because someone leaves you a note because you
Nope.
did something wrong.
This one was more aggressive.
Really tried to take you? Oh, tell us everything.
Okay. I was visiting somebody at the hospital and I got in the elevator to go
Okay.
home. And now listen, I'm not Miss Style. I don't know how to do my hair.
Oh,
I don't know how to do-
Misdial. I thought you said misdial. I was like, this is a new term? I don't know what it means.
No, I'm not like the fashion trend setter.
We've never claimed to be.
I will often just clip my hair back because it will get down in my face and
Uh-huh.
whatever. This was after a long day. I had been working all day and my hair had been pinned back. Plus,
Okay.
sometimes when I curl my hair and then I pin it back, my curls look better on that side if I just pin it back a little bit.
And also, who gives that? Like,
Right.
quit.
I'm now feeling very, very self-conscious about this hairstyle. So anyways, I get in the elevator.
Okay.
And then the next floor down, somebody joins me.
Okay.
And they said something and like pleasantries, but I was like, oh, okay, sure. I'll talk to you in this elevator. Not my plan, but sure, we'll talk. And then she goes, are you growing your bangs out? And I was like, what? She goes, are you growing your bangs out?
Oh,
and I
my
said,
gosh.
no, I'm not. And she goes, oh, and then she took a big step towards me with her hand
No, she did
outstretched
not.
like she was about to caress my face.
No, she did not.
I'm telling you, this woman was old, but not so old that like she shouldn't. She should still know better.
She should have known better.
I was like, oh, like before I could react, like we all know, fight, flight, freeze. I freeze every time.
Yeah.
I'm a frozen statue right now thinking,
oh my gosh.
this woman's going to take me in an elevator.
Do feel as though you might overreact a wee.
I was very startled.
Oh my gosh! I don't. And why do so many people want to take you?
I don't
here?
know. I'm so cute.
You are so cute. You'd be even cuter if you let your bangs grow
I
out.
know. I know. I don't know if she was going to take the clip out. I don't know what it was. I don't know what she was going to do.
What was she doing?
I have no idea. Maybe kiss me. She was coming in hot. And I was like,
and what did you do?
I like was totally frozen. And then thankfully on the next floor down, the doors open and this cute little woman gets on and she's speaking Spanish and she's like, oh, and she's on the phone. And then she gets off the phone and then she says, oh my gosh, you're like,
oh my gosh, are you growing your bangs out?
it's Thanksgiving and we're talking. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. You just saved me from this scary old woman. I don't know what she was going to do.
But wait. So like as she's coming like towards you, then the doors open?
Yes. And as soon as the doors open, she puts her hand down real fast.
Oh, what was she going to do, Erin?
I don't know. And I'll never know.
I want to know so bad.
I followed that little woman, not the scary woman, the little nice woman, because I'm like, you're my witness. You stay with me.
Strange.
Yeah.
Does she seem scary at all or just like really rude? just sounds really rude.
She just seemed like somebody who does not understand boundaries or social norms.
Oh, okay.
Not like there was anything that was prohibiting her from knowing this, but just like she's lived her whole life being very brazen.
Wow.
And like, I will touch a stranger's face.
Yeah, don't do that.
In a hospital.
No.
On the elevator.
Oh my gosh. That's
horrible.
like the worst place to touch somebody.
It was awful.
There's a lot of bad places to touch people, but that's a pretty bad one.
It was not fun.
Oh my gosh.
And then I've got a story. I didn't think I was going to be taken tonight, but I felt attacked by another old person.
Wow.
You ready?
Okay.
What
kind of energy are you putting out there?
I don't know. Old person was aggressive to say because he was probably our dad's age, which is not a young chicken.
Okay.
But he was older.
Okay.
I'd say mid-70s.
Yeah.
And he looked like just like a normal guy in his 70s.
Okay.
I went to yoga today. Kevin and I just joined a gym.
Nice.
And this guy definitely knew what he was doing, but he wasn't like a yogi. Like, I mean, he didn't look like particularly like...
Oh, like that's a 70-year-old yoga man. You
right.
know, like that guy?
Yeah, he was right next to me and he was doing the moves. And like you could tell he had been to some classes because he didn't hesitate when she would say something.
Okay.
I have not been to a group class.
Take you a minute.
Since pre-COVID.
Good for you, though, for getting back into it.
There are mirrors everywhere, and I did not realize how much of a roly-poly I looked like. I mean, like, this is not a sympathy. I just was very rounder than I had expected to see me just kind of do. I was like, oh, no, I look so silly. It was fine. I did all the moves, and it was great. But at one point, she said, okay, and now you're going to lay back and invert yourself however you want, which I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I should do that in private. I mean, if you really want to do it the way I'd like, I need to be alone for this one, I think.
So I look through the mirror, like, so I can see what she's doing up there in the front of the class. And she's just like,
Erin, you're not supposed to look at people when they invert themselves.
She's leaning back, like with her legs up in the air and her bottom lifted, you know. I'm like, oh, okay, I can kind of sort of do this. But at this point, I'd already gone 35 minutes. I was kind of like, I might just lay here. We're about to do Shabbat Kanasada, and that sounds
the best
way
kind.
better. So I'm like, I might just lay here. I'm telling you, it was silent in this room. Mm-hmm. I looked to my left to see what she was doing. Mm-hmm. And then seconds of quietness pass. I looked to my right. This 78-year-old man is standing on his head in the most perfect headstand I've ever seen in my entire life. Straight as a beam, just on his head.
Yeah, that's an aggressive attack.
For a solid 2 minutes.
What in the world?
It was the most startling thing I've ever seen in yoga. I went, oh. And then I was like, oh, don't giggle. Please don't giggle. So I'm just laying there like, okay.
So glad I was not there.
It was amazing. It was so impressive.
Yeah.
As soon as it was over, I was like, that was incredible.
I need your autograph.
That was so cool. And he was like, I learned to do it when I was in second grade and I've been doing them ever since. I just think they're so fun.
That is the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life. In the second grade, he learned how to do handstands.
Oh my gosh.
Or headstands, and he's just never given them up.
Yeah, he's just like, they're fun. Of course I'll do them.
Cutest thing I've ever heard.
Oh my gosh.
When was he aggressive? Just the
Just the fact that he could
Just
do
the
it
fact he could
so
do it. That's
stealthily.
I would feel attacked that way too.
It was so quiet.
Why do you have to show off like that, dude?
I just need you to picture me round as a button and with these little tiny arms and legs trying my best. And he's like, and he's doing a handstand. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh, that's a great visual.
Amazing and humiliating. And I was
really
really
feels like
impressed.
it's a cartoon or like a meme, the perfect like little.
Yes. It was really a night of self-reflection.
So cute. I love it.
At one point I bent down, like my legs are like a triangle kind of, or they're,
Okay.
spread out. And I leaned down, like my hands are on the mat. And I looked down between my legs because she told me to. She's like, now look down, like, rest your head. And I opened my eyes and there's a mirror directly behind me.
Oh.
And wow, that is an image. That was such an image. I was like, oh, wow.
I really just feel like, why do we need so many mirrors in the
I
yoga
know.
room?
For real. I just
Oh.
really feel like maybe before I go back, I could use a pedicure. That would make me feel a little bit better about myself.
Okay. There are some
And
things in control.
Less mirrors. I'll just go further in the corner away from the mirrors.
You just like bring your own little curtain.
Like, I almost don't care what I look like to the other people. I just don't want to see
Yeah,
it.
to yourself. Oh, always.
my
Well,
gosh.
listen, that's just kind of how I live life. Like, trust me, in my mind's eye, I am hot as shit till I walk past a mirror and I'm like,
telling
oh,
you.
damn.
Yeah,
I haven't looked in that mirror in a while.
I like walk with such confidence, like, yeah, I'm killing it. And then it seemed like full body shot or a picture. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. That is what
that
people
was
are saying.
That's different than what I had in my mind's eye. Okay. Because when I walked in the room and everybody stared at me, I thought for sure, it was like,
Yeah.
damn, she looks fabulous.
Look at her. Yeah. And maybe they did. Maybe they did.
I'm sure they did. Until I see that picture of myself or that mirror flash by and I'm like, oh, okay, not quite as good as I had in my mind.
Yeah. I've just always really prided myself on my legs. And I got to tell you, my legs are not where they were.
Oh, but you still have good legs.
I got to get them
I
back.
saw them on Saturday on the
You
wedding.
didn't see me bent over. You did not see me bent over this way.
Aaron Taylor. That is true. No, you're right. But we weren't talking about your bottom side.
Well.
Although I like big butts. I cannot lie. The other brothers can't deny. But your legs are hot, girl.
Oh, well, thank you. But
Yeah.
they're, I could
But
stand
nothing. They are hot.
Okay,
I
thank you.
saw them
Thank
on
you, thank you.
Saturday and I was like, damn, her legs always look so good. That's the thought that went through my mind. You know what this is? This is why we always think we look so good. Pump each other up so big.
It's true.
And you know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
really
true.
care about anybody else's opinion but yours.
Aw, that's true.
So there we go. If you don't think I'm hot, keep your mouth shut. All I care about is what Aaron has to say. Oh, it's funny.
That's cute. I hope everybody feels that way about
They need
what
to have
I
somebody.
need to say.
Oh, yes. Well, let me tell you, Aaron thinks everybody's hot.
I
so.
do. I really.
Yeah, you should really only care about people
It's hard to
who
rein
think
it in
you're
sometimes.
hot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, don't give any time or credit to those haters. Who cares about
That's right.
them?
That's right.
Just focus in on the people who really make you feel good about yourself
and
and,
if somebody
have
can,
like an artificial inflated view.
and if somebody
That's how I
can
live
pop
my life.
up in a headstand like a quiet ninja in the night,
Yeah, you just
good for them, and that's fine. And that
maybe
doesn't
don't
mean
think of it as
anything
an
about
attack.
yourself.
Although I do feel like it was a bit extreme.
I know. Then we ended up talking on the way out, me, him, and his wife, and they're adorable.
Yeah. So really, he just enjoys it
Yeah, his wife
and
used
the
to
attention he gets from it. I'm just saying.
well, yeah, he should. His
Yeah.
wife used to teach Jack Harlow when he was in high school.
Oh well, good for her. I think.
I'm going to spill some tea here.
Yeah. Go ahead. What else?
She said, well, actually, he was telling the story. He said, Jack Harlow
Went to your school.
went to the school that I teach at now. And he said, when he was in high school, he tried to perform at a talent show. My wife wouldn't let him because he was too provocative.
Oh, that's funny.
She was like, well, he tried to do a Fergalicious song and it was a little risque. And I said, no, clean it up and you can. And he wouldn't. So he didn't get to perform.
Good for you. I like how she's still convicted.
Yeah. She's like, you could tell he's told this story so many times. And she's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I would still say no.
Yep. I still feel the way I feel.
Yeah. So that was my night.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Are you ready for some good spooky stories?
Ooh, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay. So I am going to start us out tonight with a story from Shelby.
All right. Hello, Shelby.
And it was sent using our website, which I always love.
Extra bonus points.
It says, "Hello, lovelies. How goes it?"
Fair to middling.
You're so cool. So I'm just going to dive on into this story. We ain't got time for small talk.
Oh, see, I think Shelby would enjoy my fair to middling.
Yeah.
And also,
Okay.
Shelby, we don't have time for small
I know.
talk.
I was like, has she
What
ever listened to our
podcast
podcast?
are you listening to?
All we do is small talk.
That's about it. That's all we got.
Every once in a while we throw in a ghost story, but overall.
Right. And that's just to look cool.
So the second weekend in November 2023, Pat informed me a friend of his is going through a rough patch with his wife. Newsflash, honey, she's toxic AF. Ooh, we get the tea.
Get the tea on that one.
He's also more Pat's friend, but I do like the guy. So I told Pat, well, I don't have D&D tonight. Oh, Dungeons and Dragon?
Oh, Shelby, you and my husband should date.
Oh, that's weird.
I just felt like they'd be so cute together. D&D and bet Shelby's into gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I don't have D&D tonight, so if he'd like my advice, I'm happy to give it to him. Pat asked me if I'd draw cards for him, and since I need the practice, I said sure. So I get home and get the coffee table set for the reading. Tarot reading, I guess I should have said that. As soon as the friend gets here, my body feels just off. Almost like when you have too much energy and you don't know what to do with it.
I've never felt that way.
Yeah.
I'm always just searching for the energy.
It's been a good 20 years since
at least,
I felt like I've had
least.
too much energy. I told him and Pat to hang out because I felt I needed to go make a candle for this reading. Like, make a candle, do you think?
Yeah, like what? You just
Just
got
like
like a wax like
on the
factory in the
spot.
back?
I'm going to go candle dipping.
Like, just give me 2 minutes, honey. I gotta go make a candle.
That's amazing. I would love to see.
I bet Shelby really does.
I
have
bet
something
she
like that.
does. Shelby's a jack of all trades.
But where do you get your wax from? The beehive?
The bees.
We laugh. Shelby's like, yeah.
Yeah, why are they laughing? So after making my little tea light candle, okay.
Oh, okay. That's a little less wax.
Some blue lotus tea and packing up a bowl.
Oh, now listen.
I haven't packed up a bowl. That was a lie. I've never packed up a bowl.
I could not even picture you packing a bowl.
No, I've never done that, but I've been near people while they talked about doing it in the past.
Proximity packing of bowls.
That's right. I sat down to cleanse the space. I was on my couch.
Is that how you cleanse spaces?
It's probably not actually packing a bowl. I think it's like, do you think?
I think she's
definitely
talking about packing a bowl.
Is that the only expression? That's not like I'm packing a sage
never
bowl.
heard I'm going to pack I don't think that's like candle terms.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Okay.
I love how you have no idea, but you also tried to throw it in there that you have packed a bowl.
I
then you're
immediately
like,
confessed.
I have no idea.
I immediately confessed. Okay. Well, all right. I sat down to cleanse the space. I was on the couch. Our friend was on the other side of the couch, and Pat was in the recliner next to me. I started doing my thing, but felt like something was still missing. My attention went to our TV stand, and like the star the wise men followed, there she was, shining as bright as day to me, my Shungite owl. I asked Pat to grab it for me and said, "Good, now Nicole can block your energy from this reading, because you're just too much, broski."
Nicole? Who's Nicole?
I'm not sure yet, but I bet we're going to find out.
Okay.
Fact, I bought this piece because 1, Nicole loved owls. Number 2, Shungite is a very protective crystal. Number 3, I really liked it.
Aw.
So I start doing my thing. Cards are coming out, and Pat is just amazed. He's never seen me do a reading before. Oh, that's kind of cute.
That is cute.
At one point during the reading, it felt like someone kind of pushed me forward a bit. I told Pat, I wonder if it's one of your uncles or something else. It doesn't feel bad, just there. Remember, Pat's got those like pesty ghost uncles.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I do remember that.
I tell our friend what I interpreted from the cards. Did he listen to a word I had to say? Of course not, because he didn't like what I had to say.
Uh-oh.
Love does crazy things to the human mind and soul.
Isn't that the truth?
But that's besides the fact. This reading took a lot out of me, and I was just beyond drained. After I had showered and grounded myself, Pat sat next to me and said, "So you know how you said you were feeling something present for the reading? I know who it was. It was Nicole."
Oh, here she comes back in again.
Yeah, but she didn't want you to know because she knew how emotional you would get.
Oh.
She was there the whole time comforting her friend and gave you one good pat on the back of encouragement when you were getting lost. She believes in you and knows that you're on the right path for helping people.
Aw.
Ladies, this left me speechless. Nicole was one of my best friends/mentors. She unfortunately passed away 4 years ago due to cancer.
Oh, gosh.
She was a counselor for those in need and was one of my biggest cheerleaders. I hadn't told Pat about the shove I felt till after he told me this. Once I went to bed, I cried myself to sleep and thanked Nicole for being there for me. Megan, I give you permission to debunk this one. Nothing you say will hurt me because I know she was there with me.
Aw.
If you decide to not debunk it, then I win. I hope everyone had a fabulous food coma day, and remember, do something nice for someone, even if it's just a compliment. You've no idea how much that could make someone's day. Love, Shelby, the lady who always has to get on her dogs or shitty kitty during movie night. P.S. Danny, I'm so sorry you had a bad reading. Oh, she did a reading for Danny.
Oh.
There are a lot. Bad reading in the past.
Oh, good. I was like, damn. Shelby and Danny met, and then Danny had a bad reading? Danny can't have a bad reading.
Except now I think maybe she meant David.
Yeah, I think she meant David too. Unless she gave Danny a reading.
Well, then she says, there are a lot of scammer readers out there. I always tell people I read for, I'm not reading your future. It's just creepy, accurate entertainment.
No pressure.
Yeah, right?
It's very accurate. It's going to be creepy.
It might be creepy.
And
just
it's about
accurate.
your future.
But it's entertainment. It's fun.
But I love it. I'm enjoying myself greatly.
PSS. I know we talked about crystals during movie night, but I'm always down to show off my tell me you don't have children without telling me you don't have children collection. Pronouns, she, her.
Funny. Oh, Shelby. Okay, here's your compliment that I have for you, Shelby. You bring so much joy and fun into everything you do. So, like, you can be right. I'll give you this one. How about that?
Yeah.
You win. No, I just love it, Shelby. Like, when you're in movie night, and I thought that was hilarious when your mic was, you weren't on mute, and you started yelling at Shitty Kitty. And I was like, what is happening? Somebody's yelling at somebody. And I was like, oh, Shelby's yelling at her animals. But that was great. That was great entertainment. But I can just imagine you in your shop, just being, you just have a positive energy, and it comes through with all of your stories that you send in. And I'm glad that Nicole could be there for you in whichever way you chose to believe that she was there. How's that for a win?
Yeah, it is very interesting. Like
a backhanded win. It was kind of a backhanded win. I get it.
Have we heard in the past? I don't remember if Pat can pick up on paranormal. Like,
I don't know,
like,
but I feel like
Pat
if you're
just
married to Shelby, you kind of pick up on something.
Yeah, but it's interesting that, like, for some reason, like, Shelby's the one who's like up here believing everything, and in my mind, Pat's always been. I mean, I don't know what Pat.
Okay, fine. Are you gonna really make me debunk this?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Shelby did say I could go for it, so I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
I'm sure Pat, being her partner, knows that owl was significant because it was bought in memory of Nicole.
Okay.
He sees her go over and pick up that owl, and she makes kind of a big to-do about it. It's like, oh, hold on. Like, I'm getting this owl. Now we can begin.
Yeah.
That, to me, seems like a subliminal message that could be sent to Pat. Like, oh, wow, I'm really feeling Nicole's presence here. During this entire tarot card reading, it's in Pat's head that Nicole is significant in this reading.
Okay.
And then as far as like her being kind of pushed or nudged or something like that, she could have kind of lost her balance. She could have something physical with her own self, losing her balance, or just like a cold chill or something happened. She made some sort of like physical reaction. Her body jerked in a certain way.
But she felt it.
Muscle spasm. You could feel all of those things, and they could still be visible. Pat sees it, and he talks about, like, he links that in somehow.
Huh.
And so then you kind of have,
No.
and then whether Shelby at that point had really tuned into it being a nudge or a push, so much as just like a shudder of something happened, and then he says those words. It's like, that's what I felt. There it is,
Yeah.
So anyway, that's kind of that. I mean, you really pushed me into it, Erin. I wasn't going to say all that, but there it is.
She got those chills or that feeling because there was something there.
Well, sure, you can believe
really doing that. And I do.
But it's a great story, Shelby. And I know what my question was. I keep forgetting to ask it. My question is, are there some tarot card readers who don't need to use the little book?
Oh, I have no idea. I think so. She did not use her book very often for me when she gave me a reading.
So if they don't do that, is it that they have memorized what each card means, or is it like a true, like, I mean, I'm not trying to say that you and I weren't true, Aaron. I'm not trying
Except
to
that we are very much are
but
saying that.
okay. So like
the
a real
cards are talking to them.
a real tarot card reader like can actually have the cards say something to them. And are those cards always saying the same thing? Like, is that one card that always looks like a naked lady? I don't know which card that is, but actually our tarot cards had a lot of naked
I'm like,
ladies
they
in
were
them.
all naked.
Okay, but like the one that, I don't know, whatever they're doing, like they're in the grass walking a certain way. Is that card does it always mean the same thing? Or is it like when I pull it out and I feel this person's energy, all of a sudden the meaning of the card changes because it's speaking to me?
I could be 1,000 times wrong.
Okay.
But my interpretation is that the cards always have the same general meaning.
Okay.
And if people don't have to read the book, it's because they have done this so many times that they know the deck.
Okay.
They know what everything means,
Mm-hmm.
but that the person's energy is what is kind of pulling that card forward.
Mm.
That's where that reading is coming from, because it's like, you need to see this card right now.
Mm.
And then the person who's giving you the reading is going to help you interpret the meaning that's already connected to that card.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I think, but I could, like I said, be wrong.
Interesting. Do people who read tarot cards, have they ever heard of ratios? Like how often, what is that called? Is that called ratios? What is that? Statistics. Like how many times you're going to pull out that same card, the probability of that happening, or I don't know. It's just interesting.
Remember that one lady who wanted to buy her card from me?
Yeah, you should have let her do that.
No, because then I wouldn't have had that card in my deck anymore. She was like, I'll buy it. I'm like,
that was the last time we ever played with those
cards.
What
if that card means something to somebody else and I need it for them?
No. See, that's where I'm like, do it. Because then that person just, what if that card meant something bad to someone else? Great story, Shelby.
Yes, thank you, Shelby. Okay, it's your turn.
Tonight's story is from the lovely Miss Brittany.
Yay, Brittany. And we've got another one coming up from Brittany. That's Christmas.
Oh, that's the Christmas one. Brittany, keep them coming.
Mm-hmm. I always love when Brittany writes in, because she's the one who's like, I feel like Brittany is going to be the one who ends up getting My Skeptical Sister night happening. She's the one who like inspired that camp night.
Yeah, that we were supposed to make happen and we didn't.
And we didn't, but I feel like Brittany is just the type of leader
story
who
of our
will
life.
organize it.
Yeah. If you could organize it, that'd be great, Brittany. Because here's what we like to do. We like, oh, that'd be so fun. We dream about it for a minute. It's almost like we've done it. So then we're like, that was great. Boy, that was fun. Little effort. Great fantasy. And we're spent. Okay. Sounds very familiar. Okay. I've got a good one for you gals. This story took place a few nights ago. Ooh, those are always fun.
Yeah, new one.
In one of Cleveland's most haunted bars, the Flatiron Cafe.
Ooh.
History first, of course. The Flatiron Cafe, or FIC, is located in an area of Cleveland known as the Flats. Located on the east bank of where the Cuyahoga River meets Lake Erie, the Flats have been a working industrial and commercial district since the city began. With its gritty feel, iron bridges, and historical waterfront buildings, it's easy to feel like you are walking in 100 years of blue-collar working footprints. The FIC occupies the first and second floors of what used to be a 4-story boarding house, largely serving the Irish immigrant population. Unfortunately, a fire in the 1900s claimed the top floors and only the bar remains.
Man.
Not surprising, the FIC, remember that's short for Flatiron Cafe, has more than one legend of ghostly inhabitants. But remember, I said it was an Irish bar. In addition to the ghosts, there are cultural beliefs that have seeped into its foundation as much a part of the FI's character as its real history. Yes, I use air quotes there.
It's okay. I've been told they can hear it.
Danny can hear it. I imagine everybody else can. In Ireland, the fair folk are just as likely to be the cause of paranormal activity as ghosts. One of these quirkier, unexplained acts of FI involves dimes. Mysterious piles of dimes.
Oh, wait. I need you to stop. I moved a dime off of your seat right before when I was setting this back room up. I'm not kidding. It's right there. Do you see it?
I do.
It was on your spot. And I was like, oh, that's weird. There's a dime. I'm not kidding.
I'm just laughing because to me, that's not weird at all.
You don't think that's weird at all?
No, I feel like that's just a coincidence.
Oh,
I feel like
so
Jody. I feel like if Jody
lame.
actually listened, our manager, oh, love her. She'll be like, I just ADHD. I cannot listen to y'all. I get it, girl. I get it. We're all over the board. Anyway, but if she actually listened, that would freak her out. Like
it freaks me
insane.
out. It's going to freak other people out. That is nuts.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. I mean, if that's freaking you out, I'm looking at the dime right now that was on a couch where people sit and change falls out of pockets all the time on couches. But
Okay, one dime.
in
Nothing
this
else.
case-
Okay.
and it's only one dime. It's not a pile. Now, if there had been a pile of like little stacked up dimes.
Whatever. One dime is weird enough. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, this is about a pile of dimes, but here we go.
All right, sure.
I really thought you were going to stop me and say, like, I've already read the story or something else.
No.
Mysterious piles of dimes, only dimes and no other coins, are found in odd places without explanation. Like the floor of the restroom after it's already been cleaned. As an amateur enthusiast of Cleveland's haunted watering holes, I've always found this particular trait of FIC's legend endearing. My family, particularly my youngest son Oliver, shares my mysterious fascinations. So when I met them there after work last Tuesday, I walked into an already engaging conversation about ghosts with the server. She was totally Team Erin, sharing her stories about visiting the Stanley Hotel and Mansfield Reformatory. We happily talked about ghosts and dimes. Even my husband shared his recollections regarding the association of dimes with messages from beyond.
Mm.
You would have been right up in that
I
conversation.
am totally.
I found a dime on my couch one
I
time.
am still shocked. Right before we recorded, Megan, like I was setting up to record.
I know. I get it.
Ugh,
Okay.
you're so frustrating.
We had gotten a late start that night, and we soon found ourselves the only table left. Seeing the opportunity, Oliver asked if he could look around a bit for dime pile treasures. Getting into the spirit, we all agreed to leave whatever change we had to... Okay, so see, this is an explanation. We all decided to leave whatever change we had in tribute of FIC's history and legends. And I said out loud something like, we definitely have to leave all the dimes we have. Now, I knew I would have slim pickings. The day before, I took the RTA home, public transit, digging all the way down to the liner to scrounge up 50 cents. Even then, I still had to borrow a nickel from my coworker, leaving pennies the only coins remaining at the bottom of my purse and wallet. Women everywhere know the purse works in mysterious ways. So I still gave it another search, just as the previous 12 times I dug through it the day before. All I had were 5 pennies, 5 to be exact. Though they be meek offerings, they were all shiny, bright pennies. While mentioning that fact out loud, to no one in particular, one slipped through my fingers and fell. I looked down to the floor to find it and didn't see it anywhere. Unconcerned, I was leaving them behind anyways, I added the very last coin in my possession, a lone wallet penny, to the remaining 4 clenched in my fist. Since my attention had been focused on finding the one that fell, I hadn't really looked at the coins in my hand until I opened my fist again to place them around the bar. I had 4 shiny copper coins and 1 bright silver dime.
Oh.
It was like a ghostly leave a penny, take a dime. Because remember,
Aw.
she had only pennies in her hand.
Right.
Dropped a penny, didn't pay it, then was like, oh gosh, and then opened her hand. And there was a dime and 3 other pennies.
And she had said it out loud, like put that energy out there.
Mhm.
I don't have any dimes. And they're like, yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm. Somehow turning the one that I dropped into a dime. The coin I'd been seeking in the first place. I know it won't be enough to convince Megan. Oh, Brittany. You're right. It won't. I love that you love me. I love that you know me. I don't know if you love me. That was very presumptuous. I love you, Brittany, but okay. Despite the fact that I had to borrow a nickel the night before because I literally used every last silver coin I had, or the fact that the dime in my hand was bright and untarnished, standing out like a sore thumb amongst the pennies, or that the server saw the whole thing transpire and simply nodded in recognition, telling us the same kind of thing happens to her all the time.
Huh.
Sure, I could be going senile and looked right at the dime over and over, somehow convincing myself it was just a penny. Yet, something else happened later that same night when we returned home that seems to strengthen the unexplained nature of the event.
Ooh, I love that sentence.
I know. Brittany is such an author.
I know.
This story is long enough, so I won't go into detail.
No.
I know, right? But let's just say that another coin very pointedly appeared in a way that defied logic. Huh, we need that story,
I
Brittany.
want that little extra bit.
Yes, we really feel like that would have driven it home.
That would have been what makes her believe.
That's it. That's why I don't believe. I hope you all enjoyed this little paranormal snippet of my life and had a wonderful Thanksgiving with friends and family. Until next time.
Oh,
Brittany, a little tease. What happened at the end there?
If that really works, that would be like the best but slowest long con. Like,
Right.
you go with pennies. You speak out into the environment. I only have pennies. And then they'll just keep turning to dimes every time you look.
I go there every day.
It's slow.
Yeah.
But, you know, you could probably get a beer while you wait.
I mean, I think pennies would add up eventually if you win enough.
Especially if they're dimes by the time you leave.
Yeah, I meant dimes. Yeah. Right? Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I don't think you're going senile, Brittany. I think that you don't have to go senile to just not notice what's already there.
Except that she was actively looking for a dime.
Yeah, and her brain was actively telling her that there wasn't one there. So she was like, there's no way that there can be one, but really there is a chance there can be one.
Yeah. Did you see that GIF I posted of you earlier today?
Reaching? Yeah. You're so funny. You're so funny,
Oh,
Erin.
it made me laugh a lot.
I'm not reaching. I'm saying that I think it is possible that there could have been a dime in her purse. And it is possible she could have pulled it out.
Fine. Whatever. But you can't explain that dime. That I cannot
It could
believe
have
you
been
don't think that
hiding
dime.
underneath one of the pennies. And she felt another coin. Hold on.
Okay.
Listen, now I'm in it. So, like, let's say she pulls out some coins out of her purse. She knows they're pennies.
Okay.
She opens her hand. She felt like when she grabbed them, like just her mind counted how many there were.
Yeah.
She opens her hand. One is like just the bare little tiny edge is underneath. And so it's underneath a penny, but she can't really see it fully. One of those pennies drops out of her hand. She closes her hand, tries to look for the penny, opens her hand back up, and now that dime has slid from underneath the penny.
Okay. Well, even if all of that did happen, the fact that this night started with me setting up this room, I pulled the blanket up so that I could seal my soft blanket for my chair. I did do that. It was where you were sitting, but it's so soft. I wanted it in my chair.
Yes, I know, because you're very selfish.
Yes, I picked it up and I moved it over here. And then I was like, oh, look, there's a dime. That's weird. Picked it up. I put it on that table. And then you read a story about dimes popping up.
I just think it's so funny that you would think finding a dime on your couch is weird. Your daughter was sitting on this couch with her boyfriend last night. Either one of them could have had a dime in their pocket, dropped out onto the couch.
I'm pretty sure Sophie was wearing those little pants
you knew
with
exactly
no pockets.
what was in their pockets.
No, actually, you know what? They were both wearing pajamas, which I thought was weird.
Oh my gosh, that is a little risque.
But like they were very cozy pajamas.
But pajamas can have pockets.
Okay, well, whatever.
Okay.
The fact that there was a dime there is interesting, and you are the only person who doesn't think so.
I bet Stephanie's right here with me.
Shit, I was thinking Stephanie right when I said that. I was like, I bet also Stephanie.
Yep, she's right here next to me going, yeah, girl.
Everybody else is like, shut up.
Okay. I don't know about everybody, but okay.
I'd say 78%.
Whitney. I know Whitney's going, oh my, yeah. I could name off the
Whitney,
people.
you call me. You call me and you tell me that wasn't special.
Whitney will call you. Whitney will call you a lot of things.
I would love it. Call me. Tell me that was no big deal. And tell me with a straight face. Don't you dare smile when you say it.
Oh, she won't, but she'll make you laugh. I'll tell you that.
Whitney. All right. Okay, well, I think it's time to wrap this sucker up.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what he
you're
said.
getting pissed. Okay, let's do it.
I'm not getting pissed. That was amazing.
Okay.
That was amazing.
It was amazing.
The dime.
Amazing. Oh, the dime. I was like, this whole night has been amazing.
The whole night has been great. The dime was incredible.
Okay. Yes.
I'm so glad I went first so we could end on the dime.
Yep, me too.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We got some great stories tonight, and we need those to keep coming. So bring them on.
Absolutely.
If you would like to write in your story, you can write in directly at myskepticalsister@gmail.com, or you can check out our website at www.myskepticalsister.com, where you can write in. You can find our P.O. box. You can find out about merch. Here's a little, I'm going to drop it, a little information. I have briefly talked to one of our Patreons who might work at a shirt company. So
hey.
I figure I'm going to wait till after the holidays where it settles down a little bit.
Good
and
idea.
then I'll talk to her. I don't want to throw her name out there because I want y'all bugging her before I get a chance. But maybe we'll get on the works there. So I'm sure she's listening, and I'm going to contact you after the holidays.
Nice.
So anyways, maybe that'll happen. And you can also become a Patreon directly through our website. It'll link you to our Patreon page where you can do $3 a month, gets you bonus content, gets you a magnet, gets you a sticker. It also might get you a holiday card coming out soon with
they're so cute, you all.
my original artwork.
My
original, but inspired by pictures on Etsy that I kind of put together.
Oh, but they're adorable.
I got inspo, but whatever. I put it all together myself. I was supposed to be planning for something important for my work, and I didn't. I did that instead. But it's fine. Everything got finished. And you get all that for $3 a month, or you can join our movie nights and get all that for $5 a month. And if you join our $5 tier in the next 3 days by December 6th, then on December 7th, I will be drawing our lucky winners of the earrings from our Patreons that Steph made. Please rate, review, subscribe on Apple and Spotify and anywhere you can where you listen. Please tell your friends about us, tell your family about us, and, get our word out there. You can follow our socials on Facebook, on TikTok, and on Instagram. And you can write a review. That's a really helpful way to support our podcast. Thank you guys so much. We love you all.
A pretty girl and an honest one. A cold pint and another one. No matter how many rooms you have in your house, you're only able to sleep in one bed. May your home always be too small to hold all your friends. Good night. It's Irish, Aaron, for the bar.
Okay, good night.
La 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 la.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister. The speaker's on. Hold on.
Don't, Ellie, quit. Ellie, you're not supposed to lick that. It's like a big round, raw nipple.
Oh, golly, that just made my nipples hurt
No,
when you
it's
said
what
that. My shungite? Do you think that's what that means?
I don't know, but mine always shines at me.
Golly, I'm so close.
That's what she said.
That's what she wishes she said. I was like, well, I was so close.
True. Yeah, that's more like it. Boarding house. Now listen, Brittany is such a good author, but I love this typo. Brittany says, what used to be a 4-story boarding horse, largely serving the Irish immigrant population. I really feel like she meant house.
Mm-hmm. Something tells me, unless it was a very serviceful horse.
Well, and a 4-story. Like, good Lord, that's a huge service horse. Okay, but let's read it like she meant it.
Okay.
Ghosts. One of these coherent, unexplained...
It sounded like you said as goats.
I said goats?
Nope, you said ghosts, but it sounded just a little bit like goats.
Oh, okay. As ghosts. Maybe I just can't say that word.
You say it weird tonight.
Have I never said ghosts, plural? Oh, hold on.
As goats.
Imagine my shock when instead of 5, I had 4 shiny copper pennies. I just made her story untrue. Sorry, let me try that again.
Are they going to be dimes?
Yeah, they're going to be dimes, I think. And I ruined the whole thing.
It's not exciting at all. Okay.
We're literally actively ruining her story.
Now we know. When you can't debunk a story, you just change it.
Just change it to fit my own agenda. Oh, so sorry, Brittany. Okay, let me try to read that again.
Oh, man.
Pajamas can have... I don't know what just happened right there. It's very popcorn-like.
Oh, man.
It's a lot of really aggressive pee work.
I hate an aggressive pee.
No, me too. Especially if we don't see it coming.
Okay, well, that was your Irish accent?
Stop.